Hello everyone, welcome to another day of crafting with Wonderscraft. Today we're going to be making this beautiful headpiece. I'll call this an upgraded version of this bonny headpiece.
Hello there. Yeah, I am Wonderscraft.
Stay tuned as we dive in. So these are the materials needed for this headpiece. I'm going to list them all in the description box. So firstly, we'll go into prepping the feathers for the feathers flower. So I'm going to be using these goose feathers. I'm sure you've seen me use this a couple of times in my videos. I'm just cutting it out and then I'll pull the downside just a little bit, and then I'm going to coil it. So I'm going to be using this felt material or whatever material you have as the base, and this my coiler to coil it. If you don't have a coiler, you can use a hair straightener or you can use your scissors. I think I have a video on how to use scissors to curve your feathers. So I'm going to be doing this going forward, and after then I'm going to now form a rose with my feathers using hot glue. So I'm placing this rose in opposite direction so that they can be equal. And once I was done with that, I embellish it with this zip beads. So it will be time to cover the Alice band. So since my client didn't want any issue with wearing her headpiece, I had to put this elastic so that the headpiece can stay on place. So this has to put elastic to your Alice band. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to secure it more with wrapping the Alice band using a big bias. While wrapping your bias to your Alice band, make sure you are dragging it so that everything can lay really flat. You know, I put this in a fast forwarding mode. So when you get to the end, you secure it with your gum and then you cut it off. And voila, you have your wrapped Alice band. So it will be time to wrap the bonnet. using a small bias. You can see the size of that bias is not the same with the one I use in wrapping Alice band. So I use about 6 yards to 7 yards of bonny, and I'm going to wrap all of this. At some point, I'm going to just cut it out and, for easy wrapping. But before you cut yours, make sure you form the bow first to know how long you need for a bow before you cut it out. So I tried to measure this to give you the accurate measurements, but let me just work in yards. I use about 6 yards. So you do what works for you. Okay, you can decide to make it smaller. That's what I mean. Or you can decide to make it bigger. So what really matters is that you're working with bonny and you know your preference. So once I was done with that, it was time to assemble my bonnet to form that style that you saw. So just watch as this is being assembled, and let me quickly just explain. You are going to bend this like a bow. Okay, you're going to bend it like a bow, but they will not be equal. The first bow will be smaller, while the second will be a bit bigger, while the third one will be bigger than the second one, and that's just how it's going to be. So to make it easy to assemble this, you can just assemble one bow, you assemble the second one, the third one, then you add it and tie it together, secure it together. Or you can decide to do it the way I'm doing it. I assembled the two bow at once before I did the third one, because of course you know how bonny is, it doesn't stay one place. So that's the reason for this. So I'm going to tie that here. You need to tie this very tightly. So once you're done doing that, you grab another bow, and we're going to give the upper design. It's still going to be the same bow, but let me quickly tell you how this bow is formed. If you place this bow this way, it will not bring out the beauty. So let's just say you are forming an 8 shape. Okay, you place it down, you put it down, and you put the other side at the opposite direction, not up, not this way. Okay, if you do it this way, it gives you another shape, but this way, just like a perfect 8. Okay, so once you get that perfect 8, you're going to tie it down, and you use it and tie it to the other one, the base. So while tying your bow down, you can use a thread to tie it down, or a bias, but try to use the same color of the bias to tie it down. but you can work with a thread first before you now cover it with the bias. So I tied it down and use a same rope and tie it down to the base. And after which I'm going to cover it with the same bias that I use in wrapping all of this so that that other color will not be pronounced. So we're almost done here. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friends and family, like and comment. If there's anything you don't understand, you are free to ask in the comment section and I'll answer you. To my returning subscribers, I see you all. Thank you very much for always watching my video, and the new subscribers, thank you so much. So after I was done with that, I place it on the mannequin head to get a perfect fit how I want it to be. I'm going to just tie it there and embellish it with my flower, my feathers, and we are done. So this was the end result, and my clients rock it very well. I hope you love this, and I'm looking forward to see your creation. Thank you for watching, and do have a nice life.